You make me feel wavy like the ocean, baby. Just meet me right at the shore. You are so groovy, just like.
Where did you get the name Moody from?
So, Moody, my first entire project was like the Moods EP, and for like promotional purposes, I changed my Twitter name to Moody Gal, and everybody in Parallel Diamonds kept calling me Moody and kept teasing me about like certain songs. Cause like Indigo was was more of like a sad song, but it was still like, you know, had some nice 808s, so it was cool. And everybody would be like, Moody's feeling indigo today, huh? And like, I did not want to go, like, I was going by Lisi, and like people like were like, why don't you just go by your full name, Alicia? And I was like, cause like there's Alicia Keys, there's Alessia Carter, Alicia Silverstone. No, because if someone calls me Alicia, we're gonna have problems. Even though I know it's a mistake, but no, I hate that. I hate that name. I wish it just would go away. But so I was going by Lisi, and then like at first I liked it, but then I don't like everyone calling me Lisi, even though it's like a simple name to someone else, but that's like more so people who are really close to me will call me that. And so it was weird for everyone to be calling me Lisi, and then like it just looks boring as fuck on flyers. It's just L-I-C-I, and so I try to like spice it up and make the C capital. That look childish as fuck. And so I was trying to figure out what to change my name to, and my best friend Eric, she was like, I think that you should really go by Moody Gal. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm not going by that. And then like my other friend was like, no, don't do it. And like, so I was like, I'll just go by my middle name, Tomiya, because it's Japanese. And I was just like, that's cool. And so everyone like Parallel Diamonds trying to help me figure out what I'm going to do with my name. And then eventually they all decided, well, they had like a voting thing, and they were like, I really think that you should go by Moody. And I was like, And so like, I was like, I don't feel like having M-O-O-D-Y. And so since my middle name was Japanese, one of the people in Parallel Diamonds, Sky, he's a photographer, he was like, why don't you just like figure out what the Japanese spelling of it is so you can kind of keep that. So that's why it's M-U-D-I. And with the little, I don't know what those are called, dashes on top of it. So after that, I really didn't know how I felt about it, but then it like started to stick with me, and I was like, oh, I like this name, especially like when I'm on other people's stuff. I just feel like it looks cool to see blah 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 featuring Moody. I've been writing and like freestyling since I was a kid though. Like I've always just been making up songs. I think I started getting into writing, what was it, my 6th grade year, because my teacher had us do a poetry unit. That really like kind of pushed me to start writing stuff. And what is it? I also like Michael Jackson's song Human Nature. Like I didn't grow up on Michael Jackson, so I never really knew his song, and so she played it for us. I love that song. I love the writing, because she broke it down for us, like the different just how like the rhyming scheme and everything, and all of his like similes and metaphors. And I was like, this is like the most beautiful thing ever. So like I think like that song really inspired me to write, and I started, so that kind of started. I was doing more so poetry, and then I kind of transformed to singing, to like songs. I think I started getting serious with writing when I was a sophomore, because that was my first relationship year, and that relationship was a fucking mess, and that put me through a lot. And that was the year like I went through I have depression, so like I've been dealing with that since I was 11, and sophomore year is when I had like really bad anxiety. So that's kind of how I like express myself, is with writing. And I was going through so much. Like that year was so bad. I went through a lot when I was in Orlando. Like I was homeless for I think the most time. That's why I live up here with my dad now, because just my mom had three kids, me, my 2 brothers, and then she ended up having my little sister Jabrielle. So dealing with all of us, and like we had like a lot of we would get sick very easily. So like she would have to stay home, or she'd be really late, so she would always end up like getting like fired from her job and stuff like that. And then like not being able to have like consistent income, like we ended up being homeless. And at first we stayed with my grandma. Actually, I think we stayed with my grandma, but my grandpa, he was a hot mess. So my mom like moved in with these other people, and then my mom's a leader. My mom has the strongest personality in the entire world. So she'll let nobody talk to her no type of way. She's 5'2", just a small little thing. Like I think she's not too much bigger than I am, and like she just wasn't having it. And then like, so she would always get into it with the people that we were with, and we were never like on the street homeless, but like at points we like how to stay in the car. We ended up having to sleep at the church. At one point, even when we weren't homeless and my mom was in an apartment, there'd be like days where like we were just like starving and stuff like that because she didn't have any money. Like we were just good enough to like stay in this apartment. But like I remember there would be days where like we literally had to drink like bathtub water. Like we would have to fill up like jugs of water and to drink that so we wouldn't be hungry. And like my mom would like do her best to like, you know, cook things, like just make things out of whatever she could for us. And like it's weird because I always end up forgetting that. And I think I was talking to someone, not that I forget it, but that's just something I don't talk about.
Inspiration behind the Moods EP.
The Moods EP, I was just like I said earlier, I write to kind of deal with things, and so I was just writing and stuff. So basically I realized like I was getting a lot done. I was like, I really want to make a project because I just started recording. I think that would be cool. And basically with the Moods EP, it's kind of like a diary. Every song is a different mood, and I'm really into color theory. That's why if you like look up my EP, every single song is a different color. So like there's indigo, blue. I didn't want to name it though, like just blatantly blue.
I got a lot on my mind. Lately I feel like I'm going crazy. I think that maybe just got me tripping on my. Feel like I'm losing time. Everything's going too slow. No matter how I try, feel like I'm losing control, yeah.
And like, you know, blue can represent depression or like just feeling down. So that's what that song was. Violet was like a little thing for me to express all like the pain I felt from like any type of relationship or anything. Then it started getting lighter, so then Rose was more so sensual, and that's kind of like loving someone or getting to know someone and then kind of end up loving them, blah blah. And Gold,
I see the stars in your eyes, they are shining. I see the tears in your eyes multiplying. I see the love in your eyes. Baby, are you scared to try? I want you to try. Why are you scared? Want you to open up to me, yeah. No one else is here, no one else can hear what you say.
which was like a song for like hope. Like I was feeling like very positive that day. So basically each song is like a different time frame of how I felt throughout literally the months between like, when I released that, March, probably from like January. So those were like just different things I was feeling at the moment. So that song, that EP is like really personal because people think I was just writing, but that was just stuff like that's literally a diary for me. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put this out and then people can kind of get a insight.
Favorite things that's happened so far with you pursuing music, and when did you first start pursuing music seriously?
My favorite thing, well, you know, is this, how my little cover to Redbone went viral because, bitch.
Daylight, I wake up feeling like it won't play right. I used to know, but now that shit don't feel right. It made me put away my pride.
I've never had something go viral in my life. And like the most retweets I've ever gotten a song is the 21 Savage Red Ops one. That was like 1,700. And that took a long time. Not a long time, but it took a couple. People still retweeting it, so that shows like it took a minute for it to get to that point. So like within the first hour, that Redbone video getting to like 1,000, I was like, oh shit, like that's crazy. Like this is really about to get somewhere. But I thought it was gonna like cool down like at 5,000 because people are not used to me singing that much, like doing that much. Even though I still didn't, to me I didn't do that much just because I just know how I can sing. So it's just like whatever. I think that's why like it got so many views. But I think sometimes I'm like, y'all slicing it. It wasn't even that good. It's so cool seeing the comments though. They make me so happy. They're like, you inspire me to sing.
You won't forget this, right? I'ma be the one you think about at night. We could be colder than any weather. We could have some blue dreams together. Yeah. He said that he loved me, whoa. I said, baby, chill. He said that he loved my flow, 'cause it is oh so real. He said that I'm pretty dope. Nigga, oh yeah, I know. Pretty girl who be getting dough. So What do I need you for? But still
Inspiration for your new project.
So, what was it? I don't know if there's, okay, so I write like a lot. So I started building up like a lot of like work, and I was like, second EP, let's go. But I didn't know what I wanted to do yet, but I just knew I wanted to collect songs. My writing style, for the most part, is very sensual. So I realized, because at first I was like, damn, my song's too sensual, I need to chill out. But then I was like, hey, it's gonna be a project. So yeah, it's very sensual. So if like anyone's heard Rose, it's that same thing. It's more so like it's not like super like sexual. I'm not saying like fuck me, blah blah. But it's like really playful and like it's really just my personality in that sensual side of me for the most part. I was trying to write more stuff because I only had like a little bit of songs, and I was like going through my emails trying to see like everything that someone's ever sent me so that I could use. So I found this beat. I don't want to say, I think his name is like Lil Warden, whatever. And I don't want to say whatever, like he's not important, but I just don't know how to say it, so I'm not going to butcher that. But and I was just like, why didn't I write to this beat like a long time ago? So I just kept listening to it, and I just wrote from the time we left BJ, so I got to my house, I was done. Because the beat's like 1 minute and 23 seconds. So I wrote it, and then I was trying to think of like what to name it, and then I was like, this song called Sweet Love, because it's very like it's a very like just soft song, just kind of like a reminiscent song. Like it's just, I love that. I think that's like that might be one of my favorite songs. That's like, I'm using it as like an interlude. I think that's my favorite song, because I was doing a lot with my voice, which is something I had to work on, because if you listen to Mood's voice, is very monotone. That's the whole thing. I'm not doing a lot of runs, I'm not doing really much, because like, I don't know, like, because I have somewhat of a strong voice, but like, when I write like how I feel, I'm always in somewhat of a chill, when I'm writing, I'm always in a chill like state of mind. So it's just, that's how it ends up coming out. It comes out real chill. The first song I ever recorded was like my song Out of Control. Song's long as shit. I didn't even know how long it was until like I posted it, and someone was like, Alicia, this is 5 minutes long. I was like, oh, okay. But that song that was my first song. That was good. Like, that was a good little song. That was the first song I ever finished writing too. And someone like hit me up on Twitter. They were like, hey, you trying to record? I was like, I live in Waldorf. You live in Bowie. He was like, I don't care. I was like, okay. And he ain't trying nothing. So girl, I was happy. I was like, niggas want to see me prosper without trying to, yeah. Because they like use music as like as bait for me, I feel. And they were like, yeah, I try to work with you, blah blah. And then like when we exchange contact information, then it's flirting, and I'm just like, yo, chill out. Like, this one dude, he hit me up and was like, with all these opportunities, stuff like that, he was like, I want to text you so I can, you know, elaborate more on everything. And then when I text him, he's like, we started talking about stuff, and he was like, you know what, fuck the music, the bond, we need to create a bond is better than music. I was like, nigga, what are you talking about? Like, I can make music with a stranger and it'd be amazing. A bond with you is not gonna help me with my damn music. And like, he kept like trying to take me on dates, stuff like that. I was like, what music? Because if you talk to me about music, that's it. Like, I'm not really trying to play games with it. Like, that's what I want to do. So I'm not like, I'm serious with it. So like, that's the most annoying thing when people try to use that to like flirt with me. Because like, you can just be upfront, like, hey, you're cute, blah blah, I want to get to know you, and it would be cool if we could do some music things, not, hey, let's work.
What's one thing you want people to know about you?
I'm a woman of many talents.
Yeah, diary, want